I think one of the biggest things on my mind currently is just this idea of having ultimate self-belief while still being humble. And I think there's a big misconception about being able to be confident and demonstrate confidence, but also be humble at the same time. And there's a hidden confidence within being humble, and I don't think a lot of people know how to execute that. And so what I'm finding out is that a lot of people who portray confidence online, people that portray confidence on social media, when you get to talking to them and you really start to see some of the things that they've been through, some of the things that the questions that they're asking, you can see immediately that they have no self-belief. And that makes it obvious why their projects aren't working. And it makes it obvious why they're not closing the deals that they probably should close. And it's kind of changed my approach to a lot of the things that I do to help people. Like now, I want to get to the foundation of why is there issues, which is more about like psychology, and it's more about things that have zero to do with marketing, zero to do with branding, zero to do with social media. That's about like internal conversations. Like what's blocking this person from being confident? What's blocking this person from believing in themselves? And so I've turned into more of a psychiatrist. Like I've turned into more of a counselor and somebody who has to inspire people to realize that you can really do anything that you set your mind to. And when you are 100% locked in on that goal or that dream or that passion, there's no doubt that you can make it happen. And that's half the battle. Like that's probably 75% of the battle. Just simple self-belief and confidence that you can achieve whatever it is that you're putting your mind to. And then if you sprinkle some dope marketing, you sprinkle a dope presentation around that, the sky is literally the limit for your accomplishments. So, you know, for the people that I work with in terms of personal branding, in terms of coaching, in terms of building a better presence for themselves and communicating, articulating the value that they are going to bring to the world and whatever they decide to do, we have to bust it all the way down to the very, very beginning of what are your personal beliefs and what it is that you're about to do. And starting there is tough because you got to get vulnerable. Like you have to be willing to admit that you don't believe in yourself, and that's a hard thing for some people to do. So that's what's on my mind. Just the psychology of what building a brand, a personal brand, is really about, and how if you're gonna start building a personal brand, you got to get vulnerable and you got to be aware of what your personal weaknesses are, and then be okay with accepting the fact that you're just not a confident person. If you're not a confident person, what do we need to do to make sure you're confident in what it is you're about to set your goals on? And I think that's about being experienced, being informed, understanding your craft. The more you're successful at anything you do, the better you become, the more confidence begins to follow that, the more times you have successful scenarios. I feel like it adds value and it builds trust with the people that you're actually interacting with when you can point to those experiences and let them know these are some of the things that I've done, and then they start to put their faith and their trust in you. So it all starts with self-belief. Like it all starts with what's happening internally and like what's up here in our own head. And the more you believe it, guaranteed for 100%, other people will believe it too.